The spirit of Biafra, freedom they come. Get it for me. I chip all my danyas. Get it for me. And they chip one day. Get it for me. When you do the bed, I got get it for me. Can you check that? I can't get your child. Get it for me. I chip all my danyas. Get it for me. One chile, get it for me. When you do the bed, I got get it for me. Can you check that? I can't get your child. All the things to do, we could think about it all. Now we should have ability to reason. They started to create division among us. Take our resources and left us fighting. I'm more Biafran than you are. I'm both member than you are. Biafran's big Chitapa. I'm a hyper from America. I'm more Biafran than you are. I'm both member than you are. Biafran's big Chitapa. I'm a hyper from America. Get it for me. I chip all one night and sleep. Get it for me. And they chip one day. Get it for me. When you do the bed, I got get it for me. Can you check that? I can't your child. Get it for me. I chip all one night and sleep. Get it for me. When they chip one day. Get it for me. When you do the bed, I got get it for me. Can you check that? I can't your child. I'm follow to what you get. I don't know about the country team to Nanya. I'm for that up on my coffee one day. I did it one more Biafra. Oh, don't you? I put up on your country. I did not see Chi. Can you cool down my people? Get it for me. I chip all my niggas. Get it for me. And they chip one day. Get it for me. When you do the bed, I got get it for me. Can you check that? I can't your child. Get it for me. I chip all my niggas. Get it for me. One day chip one day. Get it for me. When you do the bed, I got get it for me. Can you check that? I can't your child. Only ask for freedom of indigenous people. They want to kill you. Juba kike biko do. They want to kill you. Assembly go. Get it for me. I chip all my niggas. Get it for me. And they chip one day. Get it for me. When you do the bed, I got get it for me. Can you check that? I can't your child. Get it for me. I chip all and I see. Get it for me. One day chip one day. Get it for me. When you do the bed, I got get it for me. Can you check that? Greetings, lovers of freedom. Greetings, great Biafrans. Ụtụtụ ọma, ehihie ọma, mgbede ọma. Nke onye eji ya zere, ọ ga-adịrị nwoke na-ama adịrị nwaanyị na-ama. Anyị ga na-eje na-abata udo na ahụ isi ike ndụ ogologo. Greetings to our fallen heroes and the living. Greetings to the leaders of this government, Biafra Republic government in exile. Kudos to you and kudos to great Biafrans. Without a follower, there is no leader. You are doing well in supporting this struggle, this freedom. May we keep on supporting. Tomorrow is fundraising. Tomorrow is Saturday, fundraising. Please endeavor to be there. Try as much as possible in whatever thing you can do to support this freedom. Please do that. Our lobbies needs to put more action, more engagement. In this period, let us be more serious than before. Day one, we thank God for our leaders who are in detention. By the grace of God, Hagaputa, they will come out because Nigeria is in hot soup. UN gave Nigeria deadline, and the deadline has elapsed. And as it comes now, because ha na-achọ nnọọ ihe a ga-eji wee written a ga-eji wee jide Nigeria aka wee na-elue ya. The time elapsed, and Nigeria trying to gain more time. There is no time again for them. They have a case to answer for failing international order. They have done it before, but nke ugbu a UN onwe ha na-azọkwado onwe ha ka ha gara ịnwụ nwunyu anya. So ọ dị ka ha na-emegharị ahụ. Nigeria must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he did not commit any crime. People that are terrorizing are also confessing it that they are. And they are telling you that they are their people, they are their brothers. They are telling you you can't do them anything. And military are rubbing shoulders with them, shaking hands. Nobody is holding them. Just little simple protests, peaceful protests yesterday. Look at what the military did. And police, they fool everywhere. Even releasing live ammunition. Wee gbakara ofu onye, ọbara na-asọ. Ya wuru obodo. But they can't do it in the north. And that is why we must be free. Oya mere anyị ga-eji nwere onwe anyị maka ya nwụghị otu. Okay? We are not one. We are not one. Iran is being confirmed that na na-eme sponsor terrorism na Nigeria, and that is why Nigeria na-ebe akwa na-ewepụrụ onye isi ha. And by God's grace, we are praying for America and Israel that God will protect their soldiers to deal with these people so that Nigeria ebe akwa ahụ well. The former digital minister of Buhari, ya chekwa handkerchief, because these people are na-egbu every day, every now and then, na park ozu ndị mmadụ, all people from different families. Unu enwere monopoly to buy people. We cannot continue in this kind of country. Anyị abụghị otu. That is the reason we must leave. They are telling you that that Islam, also that remove jihadism in Islam. It is not complete. It is part of their religion. And in as much as you continue to say, let you stay because maybe they have calmed them down, they are no more playing, tomorrow they will rise in a very hard way. As Nambo Shora ko wuwu ya. It's better we separate, cut off the cancer before it gets
spread to everywhere. Well, after listening to Mazi Okoshawo, there is a video we have here, very interesting video. Very interesting one also for us to know what is happening. Let us listen and for this information on how these people may sponsor terrorism. Please, this is Nelly's TV. As you come in, please click the like button, share and subscribe. Please, just click the like button. It will enable YouTube. Go send ya ka ọ gaa viral. Ndonu ụmụnne m. Thank you. Mazi Adrele, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Jerry, you're welcome. Jerry Ndewo, God bless you. Please click the like button. Good morning, my dear. Click the like button and subscribe, please. It's very, very important. Okay. Share. Let us go. Let us listen to this. Let us have patience before we bring other things that we have on the table.
Let's talk about how Turkey shipped loads of ammunition to Port Harcourt, Nigeria, and the weapons were intercepted at Onefort. You know, I promise you I'll be bringing up little by little the countries that have been supplying the terrorists in Nigeria weapons. Okay. At a time, I released the voice call that the Egyptian's television published, that Mustafa, who is a national security advisor to Erdogan, was making with the chief executive officer of the Turkish airline when they were shipping ammunition to Nigeria. I published it. You can go and check it on my YouTube channel. So that call, they were telling them where to drop the weapons in Nigeria. They were using the Turkish airline. They gave them instruction. The people they will use the weapons to kill. The man was saying, if you use the weapon to kill the Muslims, it is a crime or it is a sin. Imagine. So who are you going to use the weapons to kill? So they were giving very strict instruction about the delivery of the weapon. Thank God that it wasn't a Nigerian television or me or anybody that published it. It was still Egyptian television that exposed this thing. So today, let us look into how the Nigerian Customs Service intercepted 844 rifles, 112,500 rounds of...
For the people that are telling you that there is no Christian genocide, they told you that you don't use this weapon for Muslims. So who are they using it for? For Christians, Southeasterners. That is why they will come to even in the market and throw bomb. And Nigeria will remain calm. Musa will bring people, their boys. They will come and terrorize innocent villagers. Just like the governors in the southeast are also doing. Mwifuru and co. And before we continue, it's very, very sad news that we had. It's a very sad news. I don't really know if it is the real person, but the king of a king in Ebonyi State, as it they say Izi or Ikwo, was kidnapped, and after some days, 2 days or so, was spied. And this king has been one time a senator or so in Enugu or so, and he is the father of the former deputy governor of Ebonyi State. Yes, I think the governor that deputized Dave Umahi. Yeah. So he is the father of that. And the name I heard is like this, our real good man who went to the for Igboho's coronation and spoke positively, whom we held in esteem. They are saying that is Igwe Lawrence, and this person whom we held in esteem is Dr. Igwe Lawrence. So I am thinking that he is the one that have been pied. So, and we are seeing that Probably because he came to speak his mind. He came to be bold. They are doing this to terrorize people from not speaking out because they saw that we Biafrans held a man and recognized him. And they sent the same Governor Nwifuru was used against this innocent man. Was used against this innocent man. Igwe Lawrence, the same man we are hailing that he spoke as a father. He spoke on behalf of Biafrans, was able to be bold to tell them that what is happening is not right. That he is not happy that they are holding his brother, his son, in Sokoto. What happened? And it is in the Nwifru's community that his corpse was found. The governor of Ebonyi State. In his community that the corpse of this Igwe Lawrence was found. Have you seen it? And the people, I think that from news I heard that somebody wanted to confess who sent them. Before you know what is happening, they buy the person also, so that information will not come out. So that there will be no information on how that innocent good man was spied. So Governor Nwifuru cannot deny it. He cannot deny it. His community was where the man was found. The corpse of the man, this Igwe Lawrence. This Igwe Lawrence, whom we cherish. Okay, thank you. All right. If it's not the one, okay. But then the governor of Ebonyi State should tell what happened to that Igwe Lawrence, the father of the former deputy governor of Ebonyi State. If he's a different one of the one that we cherish. But what happened is not right. What happened is not right. They are causing insecurity, yet they will say that it is Biafrans that are causing insecurity. Now, Simon Ekpa is not there. Biafran soldiers are not there. It is still them, the same politicians that buy the man. The same politicians. Maybe they are bearing the same name. He is Igwe Lawrence. All right? So that's why I was thinking that he is the one. But all the same, is it Biafrans that did that? They said they all gathered to tag IPOB, which I am also IPOB because it means Indigenous People of Biafra. They tag ESN, they tag everyone to be terrorists. Yet, look at what they are doing, even their own people. And you say that this is the kind of government we can depend on. This is a government that we can rely. This is a government we can be part of. No. A government that is causing atrocities. Buying is their business. Buying people is their business for their political power. Carrying human rituals, all these killings, all these crimes that they are committing is for them to renew their evil altars with the blood. The election is coming. We cannot be part of that kind of country. We cannot. Ndewonu. Greetings, lovers of freedom. Ndewonu. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Emenike. Ndewo. God bless you. So, that is the problem we are having. That is the problem we are. They were saying Ekpa is causing insecurity. Nnamdi Kanu is causing insecurity. They buy Gulok. They do this one. Now, Who buy that Igwe? Who buyed him? It's the same politicians. Ndiara. We are not going back. Our freedom is all we know. Please, let us stand firm. Let us keep supporting the protest that went on yesterday. Let us be resolute. Resist every election in Biafra land. Resist every election. You can't say that they should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and they are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you will allow them to come and do campaign for you, which means that the releasing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are campaigning, you are not serious, and they will not regard you. So when you say release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then stand against any election. Stand against any election. That is when they will know that you mean that they should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do not allow anybody to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again for politics. Just like that Anumpama Solo Afofo. See how he has caused poverty, great poverty in Anambra State. People are crying, yelling how he destroyed both their goods and their shops. Keye mmadụ ji isi wee kotere ndị a biko nunu? Keye mmadụ ji isi wee kotere this kind of people? Ebe chichipụta these evil-minded politicians? Nigeria can never produce any good man for politics. If you are a good man, you enter there, you will be gone. That is why the former secretary, yes, the third man, yes, what is his name? Anyim Pius Anyim. I think he was the secretary of the Federal Republic of Government. Yes, one time during Obasanjo, I think so. Yeah. So after his regime, he said that Nigerian politics is not good for Christians. That was what he said. That is not good for Christians. Even this, is it Abati? This Abati, who was one time media aide for Good Luck, also confess it, that what he saw in Aso Rock was hell. He ran away from Aso Rock. He cannot stay there because the kind of demons they have, all these ndị na-ebu isi n'ala, ha gwagburu onwe ha n'ọgwụ because they want to blind everybody. But you cannot blind Biafrans. You cannot blind Biafrans. We know what we want because we are not part of you and we cannot be part of you. Ndewonu umunnem. Let us listen to this episode before we bring other things we have. Just now, Murendidi. Okay.
This year will be bringing up little by little the countries that have been supplying the terrorists in Nigeria weapons. Okay. At a time, I released the voice call that the Egyptian television published, that Mustafa, who is a national security advisor to Erdogan, was making with the chief executive officer of the Turkish airline when they were shipping ammunition to Nigeria. I published it. You can go and check it on my YouTube channel.
Please click the like button.
That call, they were telling them where to drop the weapons in Nigeria. They were using the Turkish airline. They gave them instruction. The people, they will use the weapons to kill the man was saying, if you use the weapon to kill the Muslims, it is a crime or it is a sin. So who are you going to use the weapons to kill? So they were giving very strict instruction about the delivery of the weapon. Thank God that it wasn't a Nigerian television or me or anybody that published it. It was still Egyptian television that exposed this thing. So today, let us look into how the Nigerian Customs Service intercepted 844 rifles, 112,500 rounds of ammunition in One. Now, I want you to look at this, okay? This is custom.gov.ng. This is not just a speculation or from any social media platform. This is from the website of Nigeria Customs Service. go and verify it. So anything I'm telling you, just make sure you always go and verify it. Now, because of where this ammunition is coming from, do you know that this issue of weapon, if they probe it, meaning they did not publish the probe, they swept it under the carpet. Who owns the ammunition? The destination of the ammunition. The only thing we know is that this ammunition is coming from Turkey and it is heading to terrorists. That was the information that was available. Okay, so it was something that that time I think there were speculations whether the ammunition was supposed to be stored in one place. Why? So I don't want to speculate what other people are just putting up or what other people are thinking. Because as far as I'm concerned, the only thing I know about the ammunition is that the Turkish government shipped it to terrorists and the Nigerian Customs Service intercepted it. They acknowledge what I'm saying now. They put it on their website so that generations to come will always come and visit it and knows the country who are always shipping ammunition to Nigeria. Don't forget that the same thing happened from Iran. It was intercepted and, people were involved, were sued. Nigeria government sued them and so on and so forth. Up to today, they swept it under the carpet. It's so unfortunate. All right. Now, and let us just look into the details of the article that reported this. It reads that the Controller General Nigeria Customs Service, Bashir Adeniyi, has narrated how 844 units of assorted rifles, 1,112,500 pieces of live ammunition, among other contraband, were intercepted at the One Port, River State, Port Harcourt, South Nigeria. This is according to what they are reporting. Mr. Adeniyi narrated this on Monday at a media briefing at One Area 2 Command, organized to declare the seized items and hand them over to the appropriate authority. Based on intelligence sharing, a 40-footer container with number MOAEO 165396, which originated from Turkey, was tracked based on some risk factors associated with its importation. The container laden with rifles and ammunitions concealed in various items such as doors, furniture, and plumbing fittings was intercepted at a bonded terminal of the One Port on 21st of June 2024. This is just 2 years ago, 2024. Okay, it's not up to 2 years, a year and 8 months today.
Imagine.
The reason why I'm going back to history, I'm going back to all these videos is because I want Nigerians to understand the people who are actually supporting terrorism in Nigeria. Because I raised the alarm when Tinubu traveled to Turkey that they want to share intelligence on military intelligence with Turkey and so on and so forth.
Please click the like button.
I see it as a dangerous one.
Click the like button.
Looking the fact that Turkey have been shipping weapons to terrorists.
Share.
Through plane, through the land borders, through the sea. So why would you enter security agreement with such country if you don't have any ulterior motive? And what baffles me is that there is no available probe of these equipments, the destination. Probe them, put them on the internet so that generations to come, like we that always do research, generations to come, we always see it on government website that so. And that's supposed to guide your decisions. However, I am not surprised. An administration who have been accused of funding terrorism and forming militia could have something hidden to do with Turkey, who are shipping weapons to terrorists. And Iran is not exempted. Iran was sued by Nigerian government. I am saying this so that you know your enemies. I'm saying this so that you know involvement. If you have any other country, you have the proof, just as I'm presenting it to you. You have any other country that is supporting terrorism in Nigeria, you have the proof. Publish it. Don't speculate. I don't speculate. I don't say what I don't know. I talk based on verifiable fact. So that if I say anything, if I drop any video, you don't need to, it's not a rocket science. You don't need to start running up and down to ask whether what I'm saying is true or not. In that your phone, you can take your phone, go ask AI. In fact, if you don't know how to search it on Google, go to AI, type it, the prompt will come out and you see everything by yourself. And that is why we are doing what we are doing today. So that everything we are saying today will guide the decisions of people who are going to come after us. The Turkey and Iranian governments or regimes or countries, depending on what you think or believe they are, they have been sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. And we are not going to keep quiet about this. We are monitoring the situation and so on and so forth. People who don't like us to talk about this, they are not happy because of their alignment with these countries. But if we continue to keep quiet, it is also to our own detriment. We must continue to say the truth. And we believe that Nigeria is not going to continue like this. It's a promise. Nigeria is not going to continue like this. So, as we anticipate what will happen, as far as anything that will happen, we stop the death of people. As far as what is going to happen, we benefit the indigenous people who own lands in Nigeria. As far as it's going to benefit people, there is no problem about that. So if anything is going to happen, let it happen. As far as it's not against natural justice and equity, because people have to stop dying in Nigeria. And there is no way people will stop dying unless one thing happen. That is, if we all come together and say that, let us end this country. Let us be brothers across border. Some people see this thing as something that is impossible, but don't worry, people will beg for it. Very soon, time will come. People will beg for it. I've never seen any country that follows this trajectory that Nigeria is following that succeeds. No. Politicians, terrorists, you can't differentiate them any longer. And the agenda is so pure and undiluted that even a blind man could perceive and see that the agenda of people in government is not just to help the people.
The terrorists and the politicians, you can't differentiate them anymore. You can't differentiate them. They are the same people sponsoring and carrying the act. We cannot be part of it. So let us resist every election in our land.
We admit the fact that there is a symbiotic relationship, but in a perverse manner, between the politicians and the people. In the sense that the politicians will just go and steal money, loot money, then they will come back to the people. That money they're supposed to build hospital for them, then they will organize a medical outreach. They will set canopy. Money that they're supposed to build hospital for you, they will set canopy and organize a medical outreach. Just a day. If you're having fever, they will test you and give you paracetamol. The money for your hospital, they will embezzle it. And for you, they have given back to the people. This is a symbiotic relationship in a perverse manner. And
you'll be clapping for them. This government is doing well. They came and gave us paracetamol. They came and gave us BP drug. Ndioshi. What stops them from building hospital? Resist these people. They are joking with people. They know what they are doing. How much I seen there? Just know, okay, let us just give them small thing. They will forget about it. Resist them. No election anymore in Biafra land until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa are being released, until we get our freedom.
For people to wake up. We are sleeping. We are sleeping. It is time for people to wake up. And what I can do best to tell people to wake up is telling them the reality on ground. You will know the truth, and only the truth you know shall set you free. Not the truth you don't know, because most of the things you think or believe that this is the truth. Most of them are not the truth. You believe what you were taught. You believe what you just hear. You don't actually know it. Because if you know it, you will come to know the truth. So let us always try to do some findings about our surroundings, because the day is red and the days ahead is dark.
Very, very dark. The day is red and the one ahead is dark.
Let me get into terror financing.
Okay.
And then I'll come to the OSW you talked about.
Yeah.
For you, successive administrations have paid lip service to unmasking prominent Nigerians allegedly financing terror and oil theft. Why do you hold this view? Allegedly so. And do you know, one would ask whether you know them. If true, what do you think is responsible for the past administration's attitude, regarding this so-called financiers of terror?
Okay, thank you very much again for this brilliant question. Now, let me, relate to my experience, right, as the commander of the Operation Service Wide, which was an intelligence-driven outfit. Now, like I said, we picked the main leaders and other facilitators, financiers, sponsors, and this. And then we commenced investigation.
By picked, you mean you arrested?
Arrested, captured, arrest, Now, we picked them. That is, it was a collaborative effort, those elements that I mentioned. And investigation was ongoing, and the investigation team was made up of representatives from the Department of State Services, from the Defense Intelligence Agency, from the military police, that's the army aspect of it, from the NFIU, the investigation, and it revealed so much. And like I earlier said, right, certain intelligence was shared. We were collaborating with about 33 countries in Europe, Western Europe, Asia, and other distant were collaborating with us and distant. Now, in the course of the investigation, I mean, we stumbled upon names of individuals, prominent individuals, and some of them are still prominent, and including the owner of an airline who was ferrying weapons allegedly for Boko Haram and other reasons. So those information, we took our concern, made our concern known, the investigation in terms of interim medicine to the powers that be at the time. And some of those people were linked to even cabinet ministers. Some of the people were even arrested. Some of the people who were investigating were linked to them. Were linked to senior military retired now of generals and the rest, linked to many prominent distant. And in the course of our investigation, I mean, we now, let me just add also, we had 3 representatives from the Attorney Generals of the Federation Office, that's Minister of Justice, that were with us to guide us while we were making the case, so that because ultimately the Office of the Attorney General was to prosecute
those you arrest.
Right. Now, but as the thing progressed, I mean, we started noticing some kind of how should I put it? We noticed some kind of hesitation. I mean, things started coming up like, okay, some of these people, I mean, it would be difficult to pin terrorism financing on them, perhaps money laundering. I mean, look, then you started getting some calls that some people, prominent that you should release, so person is not this and that, something. As the commander, I made my concern known to the president, late President Muhammad Buhari. I made it, I said, so this, and I recall on one occasion, he stood up, very angry. He said, General, I appointed you as the commander of Operation Service Wide. You report to me and to me alone. That was his exact words to me. General Muhammad Buhari, a great man. I mean, of course, he had his shortcomings. I was very angry when the whole thing happened, and I mean, he didn't even raise a finger to this thing. But I later came to realize, that perhaps he was misled.
You say Terr0 devised a strategy, the late Chief of Army Staff,
yes,
to end terrorism in the north. Fill us in on this strategy. Is it being implemented now?
I don't know whether that strategy is implemented. Before delving into that, let me just say that the military and other security agencies are doing fantastic work. They're doing their best. They have challenges. Perhaps I'll come to that later. I mean, they listen, but they are doing their best, and they have a lot of challenges. Now, the strategy is nothing fantastic to say. I mean, it was just sincerity. Now, we had the OSW, which was on, right? It's set up in 2020.
You actually headed the OSW, yes. And the mandate was to dismantle the terrorism financing network in order to fight against terrorism and insurgency. Will it be correct to say that you could not achieve that mandate?
No, we achieved.
Or that you failed?
No, We achieved, because we achieved to an extent, because we arrested the leadership of the Boko Haram, just like I said, the leader. I don't want to mention his name because I'm not too sure, but I understand, I heard from the grapevine that he was released along with the 5 key guys. And that leader of Boko Haram, just like I said, the United Arab Emirates shared that intelligence with us. I know, with all this. And he was the one who even recruited the 6 individuals. They were jailed, 2 for life, 1 for 30 years, 1 for 20 years, another one for 10 years, and another one for 5 years, the 6 of them. He was the recruiter of this thing. And yet, right, that man I learned, he and the 5 other guys who had this thing were released. I don't know for what reason. I don't know what reason. They were never prosecuted, not to the best of my knowledge. I don't know whether they were this, but they were never prosecuted. So you see, those were kind of the fear, if I may use that term or word, the fear that one has over what has happened right now in terms of the arrest of those leadership. We hope that the thing we see will come to fruition. Yes.
You had written to the president concerning your arrest, detention, and compulsory retirement over what an investigation task force you headed unearthed. Tell us more about that.
Yeah. Like I was arrested on the 18th of October 2021 and detained for 64 days under terrible condition, stripped of all my dignity. I mean, stripped. You know, a general being my head hair removed by a soldier, my boots, I was left barefooted, and in a cell. I mean, it was a terrible situation. And then on 21st of December 2021, they came to release me and they handed over my letter of compulsory retirement. And I made effort to get across to the late former president. And let me just add, as bitter as I am, as pained as I am over what Buhari did to me, as I said, I realized that he was naive. He was misled, and for that I forgive him, you know, and I urge anybody who has this thing, if it's on account of me, to forgive him for this thing. But anyway, coming back to that, on the I made strenuous effort to have that injustice corrected. It wasn't. Now on June 7th, 2023. That was exactly 10 days before my late mother passed away. She died on the 17th of June. Along the Kaduna-Abuja highway, I and my driver, we survived an assassination attempt. We were pursued by 2 vehicles, and at a point I had to call the commander of the troops along that highway, whom was appointed at the time. I was the general officer commanding 1 division, and they came, and that was what we were able to get away. You know, that was the 4th attempt. And on that, when that thing happened, of course, you can imagine my state of mind. I mean, 2 years after I was thrown out of the army, nothing done, this. So I now wrote to the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I wrote, and I passed the letter, you know, through a reliable listen to get across to him, because I didn't want to send it through the open mail. I never wanted this thing to be in the media. So that was, it was signed on the 21st of June 2023. Nothing was done. 6 months later, if you recall, January 2024 last year, that's when the news first broke, this day, and then you invited me to arise, and I came and listened. Then,
I'm afraid my time is up. We didn't have time to talk about the presidency institute, yes. BOI, which again you heard it was convened there, like you yes. said, by the NSA. Uncovering 295 oil tankers that yes. convert petrol with major oil smugglers identified.
Stell dir vor, du kannst alles erstellen, einfach indem du daran denkst. Das ist Base 44.
So, we have heard how Nigeria operates. Now, why did they remove him from military? Because they saw that he was active. And they don't like people that are active. They like people that behave like Musa. Musa DS, who is now the Minister of Defense. That is the kind of people they like. They don't like people that are active. They captured the leader and they release him unconditionally. Yet they are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are holding Mazi Simon Ekpa. People that they have never seen even a penknife in their house. No trace. Instead of holding the chief, the main man, they release him and held the people that he recruited. That is it. So they just brought this man down from his career. They removed him, gave him compulsory retirement because they found out that he cannot work with them. He was active. The next thing, they started looking for how to buy him by chasing him here and there. That is Nigeria for you. Tinubu regime, Buhari regime was a terror regime. Tinubu regime is also a terror regime. So if you say you forgive him that he was misled, he was not misled. They all know what they are doing. Buhari said it. He carried the action. They were the one. In fact, for him to be elected, he brought people from Niger. They had came and elected him. And it is the same Niger people that came and danced after he was elected. He made a railway from Nigeria down to Niger that his cousins are there. Whereas you don't have railway. So they all know what they are doing. That is it. But when they send you guys to Southeast, you will come to Southeast to come and buy people. We cannot be part of this country. We cannot. We cannot be part of this kind of government. Now let us listen to this. When they have anything in the Southeast, our resources is for Nigeria, but the resources of the Northerners is only for the Northerners. Nobody touches it. But Awurunke Southeast, it is Nigerian property. And yet, you don't treat the people well. Let us listen to them. Let's hear this.
What we need now is the practical solution to Nigerian economic issues. Number one, here in the 9th Senate, when leader was here, Senator Ovioma Agege stood up here. We are talking of illegal mineral mining. Before I come to, it leads to smuggling of illegal mineral to Iran and Iraq, to China. He stood up here. He informed us that Zamfara state government brought a molded gold of 150 billion to Mr. President to be given to Emefiele so that they can deposit it into the account of Zamfara government, not to the central purse. He now asked whether we agree that they can go back to the creek and be stealing their oil. Some of us said, well, since they are doing it in Zamfara, you can go on. So this thing went back to 600 barrels per day. Before the federal government took a decision to stamp out this thing, to raise it to 1.3 million barrels. Now, the military operation is on water. We have stabilized smuggling on that place. What is going on in Zamfara? Before Nasarawa took over of establishing mining industries is appalling. Zamfara is the richest state in Nigeria. Gold, uranium, silver, lead. Today, there is no single dollar sent into the account of federal government, and we are borrowing money all over the whole world from those people that stole our destiny there. What can you do as Mr. Minister to stop this carnage so that we stop borrowing money all over the world?
As Mr. Minister.
What we need now is the practical solution.
As Minister. Oh God, these people. So have you seen it? They are abusing, borrowing money, whereas certain people are looting the resources. Zamfara State, as he said, is rich with mineral resources. That is why these jihadist terrorists wants to grab that place, because ahụ ha na-ebe resources no ebe ahụ ka anya ha dị, so that if they get hold of the resources, he will raise the money ha na-enweta from that resources, na-eme terrorize other parts, other regions that are close to them for jihadism. Have you seen it? Mana ọ bụrụ nke dị na our own, anyị hụ ha na may identify any resources and etiwe ya. Please, when we discover any resources in Biafra land, nobody should announce it anymore. Keep it for yourself until we get our freedom. Keep it for yourself. Before this Zamfara resources was made known, they have been making it for years. And it was when they saw that the indigenous were making it that they brought these terrorists. China now came in, Iran, for using it. So have you seen it? That is the problem. When it is from our side, it is for Nigeria. Look at the kind of money they are looting. People are suffering. People are dying of hunger. Poverty everywhere. Insecurity everywhere. Nobody is being taken care of. All they know is how they can corner billions, trillions into their pockets. No election anymore in our land. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. That is all we are asking. And let us go. We are not part of you. All right? So let us see this. Let us hear this. I think this is Anumpama. Oh, obodo knows na wolf. We are not one, and we cannot be part of this kind of kangaroo country. A country that has no focus, no direction, no bearing, nothing. Listen to this Ofeke. This man, Ikoge Ejugo, your cup is full. Your cup is full. The only thing I'm chasing would the day it will happen. The day it will happen, we are chasing. You have really shown Ibara America, Ibara US. You tell Igbo people that you will smoke them, you will buy everybody, you will buy mama, buy papa, buy children. You and Chukwu of Egbu, Chukwuka, or is it Chukwuka of Egbu? Two of you threaten and nobody say anything to you. You are now confessed that your name, what your name means is he that carries jihadists. So the whole world should know that Asari Dokubo is a jihadist. You people should not turn eyes right on him. Get this man, for he has committed so many atrocities in Biafra land. He has spied many people, looted properties. Mbonya.
That is, I am. My name is Mujahid. He who carries out jihad. That's what it means in Arabic. That's the name I adopted. Listen to me very well. I'm an Islamist. Yes, I am. I'm a Muslim. Yes, I am. No apology. No fear. That is, I am. My name is Mujahid. He who carries out jihad. That's what it means in Arabic. That is, I am. My name is Mujahid.
His name is Mujahid. He who carries jihad. That is who he is. So his mission is for jihadism. Asari Dokubo. That is what he's telling the world. So he's not hiding it.
He who carries out jihad. That's what it means in Arabic. That is, I am. My name is Mujahid. He who carries out jihad. That's what it means in Arabic. That's the name I adopted. Listen to me very well. I'm an Islamist. Yes, I am. I'm a Muslim. Yes, I am. No apology. No fear. That is, I am. My name is Mujahid.
Speaking like
he who carries out jihad. That's what it means in Arabic.
Somebody from the West.
That's the name I adopted. Listen to me very well.
Your time is up.
I'm an Islamist. Yes, I am. I'm a Muslim. Yes, I am.
Let's get the...
No apology. No fear. That is, I am. My name is Mujahid. He who carries out jihad. That's what it means in Arabic. That's the name I adopted. Listen to me very well.
Let me see this. Is it it? No. Oh my God. Sorry, let me put a different thing I brought. Let's listen to how Dave Umahi is threatening please stop making noise. Let me see. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh God of mercy. Again. Oh my God. Oh. So please, my system. Okay. Where is what I'm using? All right. So let us listen to how Dave Umahi is threatening. Where is this now? Threatening a journalist. Okay. Let's see. Let's listen to him. Let's listen.
And my request above. To be Sunday, 8th March 2026, I received a WhatsApp message from a number that was not saved in my contacts. The person later introduced himself as the HMW, that is the Honorable Minister of Works. After I asked the sender to identify himself, his message started with a link to a TikTok video, which he asked me to go and watch. The video featured a content creator referencing another lawyer who claimed that the first person to have gone to jail in Nigeria in this year 2026 was someone who shared a private conversation with a third party. The creator warned the viewers against sharing private conversations without consent. Immediately after sending the link, the sender wrote as follows: "You came to my office and secretly videoed our conversation and shared. You have no right to do that with all respect I gave you. I thought that by now you would have repented and publicly apologized to me. You have not done that. I still give you opportunities to do so on my terms. But if you don't, then end of quote." I responded politely, Good morning and happy Sunday. I don't have this number, but if this is the minister, Engineer Dave Umai, I've since asked for your number from Engineer Dari in Lagos, but I understand he did that it was sensitive for him to release a number to me. I am open to conversation when you are available, sir. He replied, this is HMW, that is Honorable Minister of Health, and I will not do any conversation with you other than my request above. To be certain, I conducted verification of the number and confirmed that it indeed belongs to the minister, David Mweze Umai. Given the minister's history of controversial actions and seriousness of the message, I consider it necessary to put this out in the public for reasons of public knowledge and personal safety. I perceive that message as a threat to make me bend, cow, withdraw, and denounce the video in a bid to water down or cover the truth that is being exposed by the discrete video of him confessing to have corruptly used his office to achieve personal vendetta against the CEO of Winhomes, Mrs. Terr0, for being vocal and to have challenged him over the controversial realignment of the coastal road, which partly affected our estate site at a trenchant rejection of the core valuation of the portion taken for coastal road construction. Now, background of the event. In August of 2025, protesters gathered at the Ministry of Works in Abuja to protest the controversial realignment of the coastal road project at the Lagos section, which displaced many legally settled communities and developments along the corridor. Highlighted mainly among those affected at the protest was Winhomes Estate, whose CEO has publicly challenged the minister's justification of the realignment as a flippant and capricious move, as against claims that the realignment was due to MTN or other marine cables along the pathway of the original alignment.
Für mich und alle anderen kleinen Unternehmer hat sich 2025 ja einiges geändert. Der maximale Umsatz im Gründungsjahr ist von 22 auf 25.000 Euro gestiegen und im Jahr danach von 50.000 auf 100.000 Euro. Aber auch die Berechnung hat sich geändert. Jetzt wird nicht mehr der Bruttoumsatz herangezogen, sondern der Nettoumsatz. Und wenn du diese Grenze überschreitest, wechselst du direkt in die Regelbesteuerung.
The protesters demanded due compensation and proper reassessment for the affected owners of land. During the course of the protest, some police and security officers protecting the ministry complex had confronted the demonstrators and tensions escalated. Based on my experience as a journalist who had covered protests that degenerated in the past, where journalist equipment were seized or destroyed irreparably with footages lost to the act, I immediately activated my discrete recording gadgets so as to preserve evidence in the case that the situation deteriorated. Eventually, the protesters were asked to nominate representatives to meet the minister in his office. 3 of us were selected to go in: Commissioner Olorunmekun for the Civil Society, Brother Ahmad for Winhomes, and myself as a journalist to observe the engagement. During the meeting, the minister's first utterance was to boast, "I'm a dangerous man." He then went on to expose that he had personally ensured that the affected land belonging to the Winhomes CEO would not be restored, and that even the remaining would be acquired for other overriding public infrastructure. He said, in fact, that he has decided that the remaining land is where he's going to put the toll gates. The delegates appealed to him to reconsider. After further discussion, the minister suggested that she should bring some of her diaspora investors so that he will take them to meet the president to consider releasing the remaining land to them. He welcomed the delegates, and the meeting ended on what appeared to be a positive note. When the woman had this feedback, she made a video thanking the minister and the president for willingness to consider a resolution. But suddenly, a few days after it, the minister invited the media to the Winhomes portion of the coastal road at Okwaja. It was a sudden turn from what he had said at the protest meeting. He told the media that the woman had lied about everything in sight. After his speech, he fielded questions from the journalists, and because I was there, I asked him, why the sudden change of position? After he already promised the protest delegate at his office in Abuja that they will go together to resolve things with the president. He condescendingly said the protesters were hired, and he dismissed the conclusions we reached with the delegates. We promised to facilitate meeting with the president. He went further to threaten that the woman should be arrested and handed over to EFCC and other agencies. I was taken aback. The woman had contacted me to check if the delegates had misrepresented what the minister said at the meeting. Although,
in fact, we cannot continue with this. The summary of the whole thing is that all these governors, they are terrorists. They are touts. They are touts. Former governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi, who is now the minister of, what is he, self? Is he minister of Abuja or whatever? A minister of Labour. What is he even, self? Don't even know. So, he is, what is Dave Umahi? Minister of what? Nah, Indiara. He is threatening these journalists, threatening the life. When you want to expose them, they will be haunting you. The other day, there was a woman, from information I got, that the woman gave Dave Umahi money when he was trying to come up for his political career in Ebonyi State. The woman gave him money. He used it and ran his election. After that, he refused to pay the woman. The next thing he was doing is to ask her to go to bed with her. And the woman refused and was telling him to pay her her money. Instead of paying her money, he was dragging the woman to sleep with her. That is the kind of people they are. I think we have Akpabio on. That one is dead. Because he felt that this woman doesn't have anybody, he's a politician, he has the power. He's threatening the woman that he will see to it. When you do anything that they feel you are stepping on their toe for their evil acts, they will come after you. What kind of country is that? But they will go abroad and they don't know how those people operate. That they don't molest their people. They don't molest their people. You can't do that. That is a sexual assault. And you're threatening the journalists. Minister of Works, thank you, Aderele Ndewo. Don't even know them. Thank you, my dear. That is the kind of people that hold politics, that hold position for the so-called zoo country. And you are dreaming that country can be well. You are dreaming, like people like Showore, who are clamoring for better Nigeria. Touts. If you are not a criminal, they will not give you posts. Even this Governor Nwifuru, Dave Umahi used him to commit the atrocities of buying of people in Ebonyi State. As a compensation, he gave him governor. As a compensation. That is what they are doing. If you were a good boy in their hands by buying people for them, they will compensate you. And that is how they will be growing. All of them. So how can they reason well for you? How can blood being shed in Nigeria touch them? Because their hands is always with blood. That is the problem. All right? But these people that are doing this thing, when they see the truth about Biafra, they will turn it. They are all of them where they were the terrorists, calling us terrorists. IPOB, they proscribed. They were all shouting this. It could happen to everybody. It could happen to everybody. Now, the former deputy governor of Ebonyi State, if they tell him that his own dear father, who has also been one-time politician, will be kidnapped and pied like a chicken and dropped, the body dumped on the road. Will he believe it? They will think that it's only common people that this thing can happen to. No, it could happen to anybody. That is why, as a call evil, evil, and shun it completely. Shun it completely. Na onweghị onye egburu ya adị mma. Onweghị onye nwụrụ onye ya adị mma. Okay? We are all human beings and our lives matters. Right? So let us listen to this our brother in his good advice or address here. Let's listen. This.
I dey pity some people why they support this guy called Ikele over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because the impact where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't create for this country, if not for the help of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by now Nigeria for don't take over by Fulani people. If not for the favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by now Southeast for don't take over by Fulani people. The insecurity where other states they experience, the reason why we know the experience like that from our side now because of Eastern Security Network. Una they work very hard to stop the Eastern Security Network from our side. Una no know say that the Eastern Security Network like you una God. Any poor man where they support this guy called Ijele over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that person need to go school. He need to be educated, because the impact where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't create for this country, nobody for this country where he create am. If not be for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by now them for don't they give us Fulani people for don't they give us their law. You must abide by it. Now the mistake where we Benue people do, when Ghana was Ghana in Benue, they no born any Fulani way make it enter our bush. They no born any Fulani way make it cross our border. Not until people don't gang up, the enemies begin bribe people, gang up, then bring Ghana down. Now Benue, now many villagers for Benue don't take over by Fulani people. Nigerians now, Benue now they go down on a daily basis. Mokuna not do that mistake. Mokuna wise up people. Protect your own. Protect your own.
Let's listen to it again. It's worth listening.
I dey pity some people why they support this guy called Ikele over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because the impact where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't create for this country, if not for the help of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by now Nigeria for don't take over by Fulani people. If not for the favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by now Southeast for don't take over by Fulani people. The insecurity where other states they experience, the reason why we know the experience like that from our side now because of Eastern Security Network. Una they work very hard to stop the Eastern Security Network from our side. Una no know say that the Eastern Security Network like you una God. Any poor man where they support this guy called Ijele over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that person need to go school. He need to be educated, because the impact where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't create for this country, nobody for this country where he create am. If not be for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by now them for don't they give us Fulani people for don't they give us their law. You must abide by it. Now the mistake where we Benue people do, when Ghana was Ghana in Benue, they no born any Fulani way make it enter our bush. They no born any Fulani way make it cross our border. Not until people don't gang up, the enemies begin bribe people, gang up, then bring Ghana down. Now Benue, now many villagers for Benue don't take over by Fulani people. Nigerians now, Benue now, they go down on a daily basis. More could not do that mistake. More could not wise up, people. Protect your own. Protect your own.
Make una no do that mistake, Igbo people. And these are first-hand victims. He's from Benue State. And this Ghana is talking is like their security that they were using to safeguard their people. Until they started bribing them. And that was how they were able to capture their place. And it is the same Fulani people, government, that were doing that because they want to see how they can buy them over to surrender their land. That is what they are doing in Biafra land. They brought people, even people that went to Finland to testify against Simon Ekpa. Whereas up to today, insecurity has beefed more than before he was imprisoned. They went to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu because they want to stop our security. They sold our eastern security to Governor Soludo and others in order to destroy our land, to make it vulnerable like Benue, as he is crying here. They brought the same indigene to go and be showing them this is where Ogbuniwe, Ebeli Ogbuniwe, Leya. And at the end, they will still buy you. This Chukwu of Fegbu, Chukwu of Fegbu, or whatever, the Udeleman, these are non-pama. It is the same people you are working with. They are using you. The same people will buy you. Because your life, you have a wasted life. The same people will get rid of you. So this man is saying, is advising us, we should beef up our security. We should beef up our security. Let's see how to stop this Anumpama. Kaibaka Kono equals Anumpama from what he is causing. We can't stoop too low for him to succeed in this evil. Obidoro Nankuba. After Ainsinuda Adigo. Obia Bidokwe, another war. That he will buy Nnamdi Kanu, he will buy a one-day born child. Oye ya na arụkọ ọrụ si na ya wo Jovika. Ọkwọ nakpugo. Ọpụtazi. Ọ na-asị anyị ebe ka ndị Fulani nwa na onweghị Fulani, no Simon Ekpa, no Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no Gentle, makeup. But look at it. These people were not where to be found. Yet, our name. That is why these people must be held. So please, this is a good advice. And we have to beef up our security by funding our freedom. Please, by funding our freedom. Like tomorrow is fundraising. So try as much as possible to register your presence. Try as much as possible to register your presence. It is very important. We can't allow our land to be taken over.
We lack knowledge.
We cannot allow our land to be taken over. So now let's listen to Onya Obi Kubana. Obi Kubana na he egiri, ọ na he egiri. Ọ na he egiri. Ya wu no nwe onwe inyo arụrụ anọ ọrụrụ ha ji anonu. Oh yeah, mama. Let's listen to this.
Bola on your Monday, Bola on your Monday, we shall stand.
There is a movement called the City Boy Movement. It's not a political party, but it's actually designed primarily for the re-election bid of Mr. President. The unique thing about this whole thing is about young people, mostly businessmen, not mostly politicians, but people who want the betterment of an Igbo. Our people lack knowledge, and what our work is mostly to educate, to give orientation to our people, to know that na one basket going forward. Today, we believe in the government of Asari.
Bam.
Yes.
We lack knowledge.
Monday, Bola on your Monday, Bola on your Monday, we shall stand.
Lefu a gbakọrọ onwe ha na-eti Bola on your mandate. Ndị nzuzu, ndị agadi na-agwa face. Ndị agadi ekwe nke ha. Lee ka unu gbakọrọ onwe unu na-ekpo onwe unu iberibe. You're singing Bola on your mandate for holding your brother, your son, for holding Onyakaya Dosha, sending Janjaweed terrorists in uniform against your people. And even Chowore was the one that contributed for the release of Ijele. Now he has been calling for the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who he is campaigning for his release. He has not called Ijele to stop that. He has not made public a statement to call him to order. Yet these people are not able. Now go Bola on your mandate. Whereas Bola Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it doesn't concern you. It doesn't concern you. Look at.
It's a movement called the City Boy Movement. It's not a political party, but it's actually designed primarily for the re-election bid of Mr. President. The unique thing about this whole thing is about young people, mostly businessmen, not mostly politicians, but people who want the betterment of an Igbo. Our people lack knowledge, and what our work is mostly to educate, to give orientation to our people, to know that na one basket going forward. Today, we believe in the government of Asari.
Bam.
Obi Kubana si na ndị be anyị enweghị uche. So Obi Kubana wants to nye ndị be anyị uche. Na anaghị etinye ofu akwa na one basket. That is why ha ji aga na nke Bola Tinubu. So that they believe in Chineke now. Let's continue to listen. Chineke now.
One basket going forward. Today, we believe in the government of Asari.
Bam. We lack knowledge. Igbo. As no lack knowledge. Meaning, can mburi no Igbo. As no name sense. But as no name uche. Mother lack knowledge will be uche. And masarife. Ibeto amarife. Cosmas Madoka amarife. Innocent amarife. Orange drugs amarife. Pete Dochie amarife. Abariba amarife. Emeka of amarife. Ivan Nikodie, Your Excellency amarife. Alen Soti amarife. Emaba anyano emo menika amarife no.
pọpọ amara ife igirigi amara ife ọjị aka amara ife nwoke tọmị amara ife nwoke pisi amara ife Tony Elubelu amara ife anyị nche nne dara iberibe sọsọ ya ma ife aka oji eme ife ana ọkwanye na Sheyi ka na-alụ o asị na anyị amara ife so nye na Tinubu lụwazie hand in hand anyị gị na Sheyi na-alụ ụlọ nwana asị na gị na nwata nwa 42 years ka 43 years ịnọ 52 ka 51 gịnị ya na-alụ n'iji over 11 years wee tọ gịnị ya na-alụ asị na anyị amara ife so gị na Tinubu lụwazie hand in hand ebe a na ihe egburu ndị Igbo na ndị Igbo niile nọ n'ala Igbo nwa masịrị ife ịma a na-asụ oyibo ebe a echefuo that no nwere interpretation n'Igbo you lack knowledge nya ị nwere uche ị mara ife because ọ bụrụ na ị ma ife ịghọtago ịma lack knowledge so which is asị na unu ncha niile anyị ncha
and even calling maybe calling your actors and actresses or politicians. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu amara ife ya mepe even magi nwanya to know that no nwe ihe na-eme na Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu amara ife Obi Kubana ka ya mara ife ọkụ ya Obi Kubana ka mmadụ niile mara ife maka na ọ na-eso Tinubu. They believe in Asari under Tinubu.
Igbo. In fact, so because I'm not on an Igbo now. The guys unu ta no na Igbo na no na Nigeria, but Igbo lack knowledge. No na masịrị ife. No make sense. That's the meaning of okwu. So nyanwa mu ife. Populu ndị bi obodo Igbo. Yatago ndị bi nọ na London. Na akụ. Yatago so anata ndị ego agbana ya London ba na akụ so efu kịta na nyanwa ma ife so nyanwa na-akpọ Jehova di ya na ozie na Nigeria si ajọzie ka emebi obodo a si kpudi elu na ala ka onye ọbụla zuo ike yatago dafe nyanwa mmiri so gụnwa na-akpọpụbe ndị be gị yatago o gosikwa na mara ife o gosi na mara ife most of them ndị be ha bicha abroad na
mara ife ka o kwuru because Obi Kubana kpọpụrụ ndị ibe ya London jee dowe ha wee bịa na-ezuzu na ana Igbo na-ezuzu Obi Kubana so ọ ya bụ na ọ ma ife so gị nwa nka nọ na Nigeria na-esoro ha na-ekpu isi ịmara ife ọsọ ya ka mara ife
gosi na ha ma ibe so fe secure go the future for them bịazie na-asa gị nwa yọtago na-asazi gị nwa na-amara ife ka etoyele dis administration and tụrụ etoyele the administration ife na masịrị ife kọsi nwa mụ ife kpọpụrụ ndị be ha most of them na ndị be ha bicha obodo Igbo na anagwa gagwa na mmadụ most of them ndị be ha bicha abroad most of them otu ha kpọpụta ndị be ha obodo Igbo ha nweziri ụmụ mpịampị ụmụazị ya alụsoro onwe ba alụ ụmụazị bụ ya nselọfụ ụmụ na Lagos na Abuja nke a story for another day ivi niile ka unu nchara nwụsị ụmụ niile ma nke a another day mma agba ibe niile n'ọkụ evidence choke ihe niile nọ na my table yọtago ma ndị ụmụ ha lụchago 4 years 5 years nwunye ha na-agbara aka na-abịa na that side letter not now letter mụ agba ihe niile n'ọkụ ụmụnwa ga-eme unu m ga-eji wee nọ nwayọ ọmụnwa the messenger of the gods ụmụnwa ga-eme unu ga-eji nọ nwayọ sinsi agwa m unu akanyọ unu jụ aka na-abịa I can never rest till you rest I can never so now kansi na-enweta hụ enyebe efe ego tụrụ Sheyi ụmụazị enyebe efe ego na ha so akpọkọtasị ndị mmadụ ana-afịa na nsi the movement a na-edezi blọk na-ajị from aka Sheyi so afọ bụ ike nọ saịdị nke na-eme ụṅagha na-esi ọnwụ ka o gosi na onye ka alụ dị ọlụ onye nke a nọ ebe a na-eme nke ka o gosi na onye nwe ka alụ dị ọlụ ịghọtago so anọkwa competition in between themselves so anọkwa in competition onye ahụ ebunye the bulk money ịghọta so onye obodo tin nọ dị ya awere necha anya then onwekwa onye awaila na ana allocation okpokwu ununwa ugwa ndị na-amara ife a ununwa na-enwekwa da sense ya asị na unu ya mụ na amachara ife elebekwa ga na igolu because it's obvious na amachara ife na because ọ bụ na ịmacha ife ọ nata ha allocation a na-akpọ gị ihe egosikwa ya data na ịma ife ndị kwesịrị ibie then ọ na-alekwa gị ego gaa na amachara ihe because ọ na-afụ gasị onye na-amachara ihe ọ na-alekwa gị ego tinye n'akpa ịghọta so uche gị ya adị ya were necha anya wee kpọọ Igbo Race na ya machara ife na anyị ụzụ nge nsogbu adịrọ
wee kpọọ a whole Igbo Race na ya amachaghị ife because ya nwa ama ife dupụrụ ndị be ya obodo oyibo then according to ha mechazie nye ya compensation wee kenye ya na ọkpọ gị ịbịa goro ma ebi na Lagos igochie dị ala na-anwụrị iwere ego gị gaa westie rụọ the ụlọ after ịrụchara the ụlọ 2-3 years they will bring down the house down. You will not see Obi Kubana anywhere. You will not see the other one ganye pastor 20 million. You will not see them. Oh, here na anya. Chukwu na mekwara anya ebere. You all these people. Akaga akparunu. You people have to leave Biafra land because oh no amodiko ọbara unu ji ebute wee bịa na-eme pollute people like this. A na-egbu ndị bụ unu. Nobody is talking. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nọ na nga illegally. You people are not talking. Ihe dị busy wo na ịbịa asị na ya ndị Igbo amara ife. Ọ gị wụ Peter, ọ gị wụ Obi Kubana ka ma ife. Gị na-atọ eze. Ọkwa ya ọnụ ka ma ife. Ma ndị efulefu ahụ unu kpọkọrọ wee dowe ebe ahụ na-asaghị isi. No election in Biafra land. Everybody should resist any election in Biafra land. Let them release Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Or they will go to Sokoto and Zamfara and go and conduct their election. No election in Biafra land. We should stand on that and make sure we stand firm on it. Okay? Ndewonu. Ndewonu. Greetings once again. Greetings once again. Nobody wants to talk. The link has been dropped there. We are all busy. So all we are saying tomorrow is fundraising. Please support your freedom. Mazi Adrele one, welcome once more. Cherry, Ndewo, subscribe please if you've not subscribed. Okay, Mazi Menike, thank you for the information. Thank you all. Las Benziko, Ndewo. God bless you all for your work, your good work also. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Please share, and click the like button. Click the like button, share and subscribe. Share and subscribe, please. Very, very important. From here, we are ending it. Since nobody wants to speak, to talk to this Obi Kubana, or whatever he calls himself. All right. Thank you all for joining. Please, I'm still begging, click the like button if you've not done so. Click the like button. Come with YouTube, I can push this program to go viral. Oh, bye for now.